Today we are going to design a texture mat in just a few minutes. We will start by finding a simple PNG pattern. Ideally, it should be black and white. High contrast works best. If the image isn't black and white, there's no problem. We just quickly convert it before using it to black and white. I'm using this pattern from Canva and I decided to turn it into 7 by 10 centimeter texture mat. And to make sure the texture looks sharp in 3D prints cleanly, I prepared the image at 2100 by 3000 pixels. That's based on a simple rule, 3 pixels per centimeter. And that gives enough detail and some extra room for UV scaling. Okay, so let's start. We start by deleting objects, this one and this. Delete, we don't need it. And in units, let's make unit scale 0.001, length millimeters. Shift and A, mesh, which is grid. You don't click anything, just go here and in X here, please enter 240 and in Y 340, size 100 millimeters. If you enter a lot more here, it will overload the blender. So this basically creates the grid and how many elements of the grid are going to be created. So if you go too low, the quality of your image will be too low, but if you go too high with it, Blender will be too overloaded with data. So let's stick to those. Enter. Let's zoom out a little bit. Then let's click N, so we can see the panel here. And in dimensions, let's change X to 70, so that we have 70 millimeters and 100 millimeters. After doing it, the scale here changes, so it's crucial to go with Control and A and apply rotation and scale. Perfect. Then we go to Edit mode. And let's make an extrusion, so let's press E, and let's go up. I will make a mat of 2 millimeters. That's enough for me. It's down to your preferences. I prefer less filament and we can make it quickly. You can, of course, make it bigger. I will choose 2 millimeters. You don't click anything here. You just click third icon here, face select. So you can see, because you have this face on the top selected still. So it's crucial here. Then you go to data. So this data green icon here, and you click plus in vertex group. You click plus. You can change the name of the group like top. Press enter. Then you click assign. Okay, and that's it. Nothing happens, but it's okay. Then you go here to modifiers. This icon here. You click add modifier. Click search, and in search you enter displace. Perfect. In this displace option, you click new, this plus here, coordinate UV map. You click UV map as well. For now, you leave this, and in vertex group, you click top. This is the vertex group that we created just before. So this is only this layer here. All right. Then you can see the texture properties appeared. This checkers icon, let's click it. All right, and let's click open and just find our image. Thanks for watching so far. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Our PNG file with your pattern. Okay, you open it. After you open it, color space. Now, please change it to non-color because it's black and white. With the rest, go to mapping, extensions. You can see the pattern has been repeated twice here. We don't need it. We want to just have one. So let's click clip. So extension clip, crop, will be doing it in a minute, sampling as well in a second. Okay, so this is the basic. So go here to UV editing. UV editing. You can open this icon here from image. You can click here and choose your matte pattern PNG file should appear here. I'll click it. Then we will zoom out a little bit. If you click A here, then you can see an S if your UV map covers whole image. In my case, you can see that it perfectly, I clicked escape, covers all the image here. It's perfectly aligned because of the dimensions. So as I told you at the beginning, if your pattern is bigger or smaller, you can always try to click S here. Yes. Then you press G, you can move it. If it's smaller, you can scale it. Just be sure this orange rectangle here covers the whole pattern. But in my case, everything is okay here. So let's click here the object mode. All right, you can see it. Yeah, it looks okay. It's appeared, but there's one problem with it. The pixels, just like in Minecraft, looking good. So let's go up to texture here and let's go to mapping. Then you have sampling. And here in the filter type, I usually go with this box one and I change the size. And now you can see what happens when you go with the size. So it really smoothens your project. You can go up to 50. It depends. There is no one number because it depends on the pattern. It depends on the size of your texture mat. In this case, let's go with 30 maybe. Usually it's better to have it too smooth than too rough for 3D printing. Now it's really smooth, as you can see. All right, and if you go again to modifier section here, you can use the strength option here to make it standing out. If you go with plus, so it stands out, or in minus, you go in the other direction, depending what effect do you want to achieve. Yeah, so minus makes this one, and with plus you make this kind of pattern. I go with plus, I will make 1.6 strength. I think it's okay. And now just one quick thing. If you would not make this vertex group top, for instance, you would forgot, let's click it. And this is what we would have. So the pattern would go like on the bottom as well, and we don't want that. That's why we created the vertex group. If you choose it, you can see it's perfectly flat here. One last thing before exporting. If you go to this material texture properties here, and you also have crop option here, we can see some small things we don't like. We can always do some cropping. So let's click crop and let's make a margin like minus 0.4 here on the X. Minus 0.4 here. In Y, minus 0.04 here again. And here let's make 1.04 and 1.04. So the same number everywhere. We don't want to mess up with the image, and we have a little nice flat margin around it. So yeah, it looks nice, I think. And that's basically it. This is our texture mat. We can go to, yeah, but before exporting, be sure to go to these modifiers, click here and click apply. Then you go to file, export STL, and you can export it. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe for more, leave a like, leave a comment. I will be very grateful. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.